Hi guys! So today we'll be doing Firestorm Stripes. It's between Russ and I. It's a 1985 Battle of Berlin. This is on the Stripes global campaign. We're playing a very small game today. We're playing about 50 points, but you can see this is the table layout. So of course you see the iconic Brandenburg Gate over here where the Soviets are starting. And then as you slowly move through the table, you kind of see that we've got silos. It's a pretty packed table. And you can see that we've got a fair amount of stuff. We've got the silos, we've got the transformers at the back. We've also got 1985 billboards. We've got ExxonMobil over there, the capitalist west side of Berlin. You've also got the radio towers, antennas. And then of course, last but not least, you will realize that right in front, at one end of the table, we have got the Reichstag, which is actually something we plan to do for a World War II Battle of Berlin. As you can see, it's bombed out. But we will get to that sooner or later, I guess. But right now, Team Yankee is the flavor of the week, so we're just playing that. Anyway, today we've got a custom scenario. So you will see that on the side you're looking at now, we have two objectives. Obviously, the Germans are defending the Reichstag, just as they were 40 years ago. We've got two objectives. One placed by myself and one placed by Russ. One is placed in the center of the Reichstag, which is just below its crystal, its lattice over there. And the second one was placed by me a little bit further up. I tried to put it in the open, but didn't really manage to. So anyway, you can see that he's kind of put his martyrs in front there, parking in the front yard of the Reichstag. Very disrespectful. And we've got over here the observer for the M113s, as well as the infantry platoon, and the objective is right below, as you can see. There we go. You should be able to see it now. So you can see that it's a very, very small army. I think we both got about 4 or 5 platoons. But anyway, I'll be starting on my side about 20 inches in, and he will be starting on his whole half of the table. But being West German, he's playing he's playing a deep line. High line, sorry. So, yeah. So anyway, let's get to it. I've brought a T-72 tank formation. So right there in front of you, you see 3 T-72s. And then right behind or in between them and the next T-72s is the HQ commander in charge, as well as the BTR formation, a BTR company, which is very, very small. It's only 4 AKs and 3 RPGs. But we're only playing 50 points, so I can't bring a full one. And then right next to that, you have got the 4 Gaskins, and then finally the second platoon of T-72s. And of course, no Soviet force would be complete without some air support, so I've decided and opted to bring 4 Hinds. So these guys also come stock with my airborne air landing assault troops. So each of these planes has 1 RPG and 1 AK-47. And let's not forget the FAQ was released just a few days ago, which means that landing these guys will invoke AA. So let's see how that works out. Okay, so on the West German side, Russ is bringing his favorite units, these 2 PARs. They're hiding behind the warehouse over there. I know it doesn't look like they can fit, but all buildings are tall in Team Yankee, so it can. And then right behind that, in the gardens in front of the Reichstag, I say again, very disrespectful that the martyrs are just running amok over there, but they are. You can see the president's car is right there in front, although I don't know if they really use the Reichstag anymore. And then that's protecting the Reichstag, and of course in front of it you see a nice little convenience store looking building, which happens to be... What logo is that? Anyway, and last but not least, in frontline units, Russ has his Panzer Grenadiers marked out over here, which are 3 Milans and 3 MG teams. And right there behind it is an M113 Observer that is not part of his infantry squad, but he is there observing for the mortars at the back, which we'll go to next. You also see there's an objective marker there. So anyway, if we now move over to the other side, you would be able to see the 6 M113 mortars. They're Panzer Morsers, a fairly decent stat line at 83 FP3+, and they are defending the back line, and now you don't need 4 inches to fire artillery. And anyway, last but not least, we have the second objective, which I placed, or which Russell placed, which is in the Reichstag at the very top, thinking that I will not get there. We'll see about that. So Russian turn 1, we've got my Hinds over here. I've arrayed all 4 of them out. We're gonna do some ground attack. So Russ gets to do AA.
Anti-helicopter cannot shoot now, right?
Anti-helicopter can.
Huh? Is it?
Can shoot now, yes, but 1 shot. So your Marders, if they're in range, they get 1 shot. And all your M113s. Or not all lah.
Do they touch your, must touch your base, right?
Must touch my fuselage.
Oh. Well, only 2, these 2.
2 lah, okay lah, go ahead.
And this one is 3, I think.
This one, your range is 16 only, right?
Yeah.
4.
This one 4.
4.
Okay. So 4 plus 1, 5.
Okay.
Roll all these together lah.
Yep, sure.
1, 2.
You just need 3s. Whoa, why so many? It's 1 shot each.
Oh, 1 shot each.
Yeah, 1 shot each. AA, unless you're dedicated AA, then you fire
So
everything.
it's 5 shots.
5 shots, yeah.
Cancel the order. Oh, that sucks.
2 hits, 1 hit.
1, 1.
1 hit. Alright, so 1 hit, I roll my save at a 4+. I fail. Roll 6+, 5+.
Nope.
Okay, no. Marders?
And 2 hits, right?
Yes.
2 hits.
2 hits with the Marders on anti-helicopters.
So guys.
Well done, I fail 1 on the 5+ firepower. Oh god. 1 Hind goes down. Okay, so I'll just remove that first. Yes, to 20 mil. Okay, so now we're going to... Oh, wait, no, sorry. 1 Hind goes down. Okay, so now what I do is I conduct... Do you want your infantry to fire? Your infantry can fire AA as well. But if they do, they need to reroll firepower. So I would say no.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Okay, so 3 Hinds now conduct fire. 2 of them will fire at the Marders. Actually, you know what? No, all 3 are going to fire at your M113s. So it's a 4+ to hit, since you're as good as in the open.
Oh, wow.
3 hits. So I then go to firepower straight away. Wow! 3 down, 3 kills. How much is 1 Panzer Morser?
As in 1.
And that's pretty much all I did for turn 1. I also managed to do a little bit of damage on the infantry teams, which you can see over here. I managed to kill 1 Milan and 1 MG team. So not a bad turn for turn 1. So let's go ahead and go to turn 2. Okay guys, so this is what happened in Defender Turn 1. I've lost 2 tanks already and 2 are bailed. I'll just have to roll for my platoon morale right now. I will get my commander to join. So he passes, they stay, and then our roll remounts later. So anyway, the first what did this was the two leopards have popped up from behind cover, and they popped their ambush, which I didn't mention because it was more fun this way. And apparently Alexei forgot about them, that he didn't realize that there was 22 points missing on the table. And then going from there, his pars, what they did this round was they actually fired in at the hinds and did nothing. Then moving down here, the marders, two of them couldn't fire because they conducted AA, so they tried to take shots at the hinds, didn't do anything. The M113s fired a bombardment at my BTRs, bailing one, which doesn't do very much. The Milan over here took revenge for his friends. He managed to kill one T-72. So all in all, a pretty good round, I think, for the West German. But we'll see what happens next round. Okay, guys, see you there. Okay, so turn 2 Russians. We did nothing. The T-72s moved forward, took open shots at the leopards, did nothing. The commander moved forward, hit the infantry, did nothing. And then right over here for my hinds, I fired and he conducted AA and he killed one more hind with my air landing aboard. And then that's pretty much it. The hinds failed to hit everything. The infantry over here, however, did manage to make it out of the woods, and we were preparing for an assault. But while we're shooting at the marders, we killed nothing. So on to Defender turn 2. Okay, so Defender turn 2, the two leopards moved around. They survived the shot, so they came around. He got a little bit greedy, but I think it paid off. He did 2 shots from the ones at the side of the T-72s. He failed to kill because he bailed one. So I'll just roll that morale right now. It's a 3+. We'll see if they stay. No, it goes. So this is gone. And then after that, he also used 2 shots in at the Gaskins. He hit both and he killed both. So he did a pretty good round of shooting. We're now going into attacker turn 3, and we'll see how that goes. Hi guys. Okay, so it is attacker turn 3. I'm gonna have to pull one out of my ass really. The T-72 commander came round this way, and he fired his AMG, his Dushka, into the sides of the marders. The 2 T-72s came round over here. You can see them there. They took shots at the marders as well. All the infantry managed to pin the Germans. The RPGs killed one of the armadas. The marders then were left with one. They had to do morale check. They ran. The BTRs did even more splendidly. 2 came round, shot at the observer, rolled 4 ones. I shit you not. These guys did nothing to the marders because it's a 2+ safe on the front, which I forgot. I thought they were like FV432s, armor 1 in front. But anyway, we also did a little something I'll show you a bit later, where we landed our aircraft on top of the Reichstag, which is pretty cool. But anyway, we're going in for the charge. So I just move everybody 4. Now remember, for assaults, if you can't touch like that, you touch the base, and that's fine. So he gets to conduct AA. Defensive fire. So what we will do is 2. So fire 1 shot, 2 shots, 2 shots, and 1 shot.
Is it a 3+?
It's 3+, yes.
Oh, okay.
Wow, he hit me 5 times, I'm pinned, I fall back. Okay, we roll saves. 5 saves. 1 dies. Which is an RPG. And when you fall back, you move 2 inches out. And then they have to stop right there.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe that happened. Yeah, you hit me with all 5 shots. All right. Anyway, we now go to.
Let's see that.
Okay, so what we did over there was we actually landed both my Hinds on the Reichstag itself. Obvious. Okay, so we're now at defender turn 4? Defender turn 3. 3. Okay. He passed a rally. He used a bombardment almost danger close, barely, hitting about here and just touching these 3 guys, which is just nice out of 4 of both of his. Guy moved. Just out of 4, but touching my guys. Killed one stand. No, he didn't. Oh yeah, he killed 1 stand, and then after that, the GPMGs opened up on them. They killed 1 more stand. So that's what he did there. His 2 hot missiles he fired at the Hinds, placed on the Reichstag. He missed both. He hit both shots. I passed both saves. He had 1 Leopard 2. Both of them moved around. They fired in and they hit nothing. They rolled 2-2. And then the last Leopard fired at Alexei himself and blew up his tank. So Alexei is down. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so it's back to me now. I'll just roll to rally my troops. Nope, they do not rally, so they stay out. And then my air landing, my little sneaky move, they're all going to come out and take the objective. See if he can push me off in time. Okay guys, so for the attacker turn 4, I failed to rally my motor rifle in front of the German infantry, but we did move the BTRs round and we took out the observer with double bail. The T-72s moved up, fired, missed everything. The pinned infantry missed everything. So really he's not pinned at all. But we did dismount the the air landing into the building. And then the Hind decided to take off. And then after that, we've got the Hinds decided to fly over and avenge Alexei, of which 1 died to AA fire from the AMGs of a Leopard 2. And I'll just roll right now for platoon morale. They stay, but this guy's dead. So, not the best situation right now. But anyway, we'll just set up our assault cam. I'm going to charge him right now with my T-72s. And if that succeeds, then we might just win the game. Okay, so we've done all we can. We're just going to go in and assault straight away. So that's 1. He does get 2 defensive fire shots. You need 2 effective hits to do it. So let me roll my saves. 1 is a kill, roll a kill. No, so he's bailed. And then the other will assault on a 5+. Nope. So you roll a counter attack. Count it, and then you can roll your assault. So
So I have to hit you on the
so you will hit me on a 4+.
3 guys, right?
You don't have to roll your HQ can't do anything.
Oh. 1?
1 hit. I think you kind of sign. Okay, does this guy take it? He saves, and then I roll a counter attack, count it, and then I roll to hit. I miss. You roll a counter attack.
I miss.
Oh, I think that's okay. So for defender turn 4, what he did was his hot missiles fired at the T-72s. He missed both shots, so I got quite lucky there. The Leopards moved round to take shots into the Reichstag, which I think is very out of character. The Germans would never fire on the Reichstag. But anyway, he managed to actually, I failed both saves. I lost 2 guys, but I passed my morale. So that means they are still holding the objective, even though there are only 2 infantry stands left. The M113 mortars fired in and they hit, I think, 3 times, or 5 times out of 9, but I passed all my saves and he failed his 5 powers. Finally, last but not least, the infantry at the back over here on the objective B fired at the infantry, hit twice, and killed both AK stands, but I passed my morale, so they're still in the game. And then the T-72s, he's charging now. So I'll just go ahead and do defensive fire. I'll do 4 shots first on 4s. 2 hits. I will allocate to both the Panzerfaust assholes. 1 dead. So you can go ahead and roll your attack. 4 plus.
Nope.
I roll to counter. Okay, so we'll just do a quick rules check on whether pinned units can capture objectives. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll just roll my rally and see if I pass. No, I passed platoon morale.
Oh.
Now I need to rally here. Then we'll just. Okay, they rally, so it's fine. So they do capture the objective, and I think that's the game. Good game. Okay. All right. Okay, so I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, but Ben, all your units are in bad spirits. But I'd like to show you Exhibit A. There are 2 Gaskins right here. So we're still in good spirits because I have 1 unit in good spirits. And in fact, I have another unit in good spirits. But anyway, I roll morale for the T-72. No, he stays. All right, so that's the game, guys. Thanks for watching our Berlin Battle Report. We hope you like it.